baby. Woo!
Can you deal with that?
Woo!
They don't know, Louis. This is straight sex appeal. I gotta tone it back.
Yo, Chris.
What?
Yo, Chris.
Ask
I'm
me.
almost tempted to put oil on your arm.
Ask me, Louis.
I'm
Ask
almost-
me.
I am almost tempted to put oil down on your arms.
Right there. Clemente.
Oh, shit.
Big up.
Oh,
Don't
shit.
mess around, Lou.
Oh.
When I go in, I go in. Nobody could ever question. Nobody could ever question where I'm from.
Yo, Chris. Yo, for real? There's a little envy on. Ooh. Don't suck it in, Bubba. Just let it be natural.
You know,
I don't need you passing it on me.
That's what you said. There's a little envy. I'm like, all right, we suck it in for a little bit.
Yo, Chris, that's a nice show. I could rock that. I would rock that. Reminds me of Willie's uncles. They used to play basketball sunset with those type of shirts.
Stop it now.
Puerto Rico shirts down with the holes, little mesh. And they used to go with cut off jeans and construction boots straight from the job site. Motherfuckers will give you a double, boy.
Oh my God, man.
Damn. You feeling today?
I just, it's something when you know what it is, Louis. I'm born and raised here. But I know
That pride, right?
it's a beautiful thing when you know that there ain't no blood and you know where you actually come from, your ancestors and stuff. And when I put this stuff on, Lou, I feel like.
Let me ask you though, real talk.
Talk to me.
If you had to pick a spot to be at, where would you want to be, full time?
Puerto Rico.
Because not only because of the vibe and all that, and the weather, it's because you just feel like you move better over there versus over here.
Okay. When you say move better, what are we talking about?
I mean, like over here, I know you're a hustler.
Exactly.
So over here, I know you can make $1 quick. I don't think you can do that over there.
And I can't.
It's hard.
It's harder.
Yeah, because they don't got it. They give it up like that.
And I love New York because of
The hustlers.
the hustler mentality. And people, it's just you see it. I love to see a con taking shape, and I'm like,
it
it is what it is.
Give me a legit dollar.
No, listen. Perfect. Quick story. I'm in the city, around Canal Street. I was around Canal Street, right? And I got this dude, 3-car Monte. I got this dude and this girl, right? What the tourists are not seeing is there's another guy. There's what we call the plant, the guy in the audience. Come on, you guys can make money, whatever. The guy goes there. Their plant goes there. Come on, you. The guy's a whole act, a beautiful act. He goes there. He wins about $80.
Chris, real talk though. How long ago was this?
This was.
They still doing 3-car Monte?
Well, no, but this was like 10 years ago.
Okay. Because that shit was popping.
Nah, man.
And they used to have the caps. Remember the caps with the little ball? I'm sorry to throw you a finish.
Yeah. No, but I'm saying
so the guy wins $80.
The guy wins $80. The plant wins $80, and then
you could do it too.
So what he does? He has a guy. So the girl comes, and the girl bends the card to cheat for the victim.
Oh, tell me how I set it up.
Exactly.
No.
And I'm over here like this. I'm like, that's a beautiful thing.
Oh,
So the dude, no, but this is the funny shit. The dude, the tourist won $20, right? They let him. You want to double that down? And the dude, what he did was he put $100. And the guy, no. So he goes, yeah, I'll double it down. The girl comes. His funny shit. He flings the card. The guy that's doing the 3-car Monte flips the card. Oh, hey, so he goes over there. While he goes over there, that's when the girl comes. Bends the card. Yeah, I want to play now.
She wins.
No, the idea was she also lost.
Oh, okay.
But they got the dude for like $120.
Wow.
Beautiful deal. It was just a poetry in motion. But go ahead.
3-car Monte though, what I remember though, down in Times Square, back in the day, yo, Chris, I want to say fucking 20 years ago. Yeah, they would do that same scheme. It was always a 3-man action.
Operation, yeah.
So it was like a bucket, and they had a cardboard box, and they're going, and they used to do the caps, bottle caps, 3 white caps, and then they had the little ball.
Ball in it, yeah.
And then, oh, hey, it could be anywhere, it could be anywhere, it could be anywhere, boom, 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 you guys saw it. So the guy's going, and of course, one guy wins, and then he's the hype man. Anybody can win, anybody can win. Next thing you know, you get all these tourists, and they're like, yeah, let's try it. I remember one time, this tourist was fucking smart as fuck. He's sitting back in the cut, he goes, yeah, I see this bullshit, but I'm gonna still win. And Chris, the motherfucker won. So you know what the guy did? It was fucking with the car. He slaps the table. The cops! And runs with his money. I said, oh shit. I said, that's the best. You can't lose that card. Oh man.
Oh my God.
That's how it should be. Should be cutting me off. That's how
Secure on the
Don't
beat.
tell me how to do
I can't wait. What's up, everybody?
Yes, sir.
Welcome to Breeze Shooters.
Clemente today, Clemente. We call him Bobby B.
Bobby Bonilla. That's the real Bobby. So, Breeze Shooters, show that brings you news, sports, poker, and everything in between.
We love the tweeters.
I'm your host, Lou, joined by my very good friend,
Flex on them.
Christian
Yes, sir.
Clemente Soto.
Woo!
We hope you guys are doing well, and how you doing, Chris?
I'm great, man. I'm great. I'm actually great. It's a lot of
Yo, the
positive.
energy level, let me tell you, went up 3 ticks.
No,
Easy.
Lou, you don't know how happy I am, man.
Why you
I'm
happy?
always happy.
No, you know what, Chris? I will give you that. Even if you're sad, you know what? You strike me as one of those, and I don't even want to put this out there, Robin Williams type of people. That even if you're sad, the world won't know. No, but that's not a good thing either.
I understand.
Because you should let people know if you're
No,
not
of course,
feeling
of course.
right. But you're just one of those guys that I don't think I ever seen you down. If I did see you down, it's only for like 5 seconds, and then you're gonna start cutting somebody up. Piece of shit, you know.
So, we're going to get into it in a minute because I was telling a story about us to my girl, although at least the girl I've been stalking for.
The chef?
The chef.
Yo, when she's a W2, it's gonna be a problem.
Oh my God.
That's no money there. What is minimum wage?
No, one wage is like, what, $15 here in New York?
Did it go down? It did go up higher, right?
In Puerto Rico, they're fighting for $8.
Well, the cost of living is different.
I don't know about that shit.
Yeah, you heard about those fucking hedge fund guys in Puerto Rico that are buying
Making
their
a
debt?
killing. Making a killing.
They're buying Puerto Rico's debt on pennies of the dollar, on the dollar. Therefore, Puerto Rico will always be fucked.
Yeah.
And these guys is like, and it's funny because it's not funny, but the government here
Funny in a fucked up way.
they can jump in and provide that aid. You know, the stereotype is that Puerto Rico doesn't want to help themselves, but that's bullshit. Because if you're selling their debt and these guys are doing these outrageous deals, you're never gonna get out of debt.
You're not giving me a chance
Yeah.
to you're not giving me a chance to
It's fucked
get out
up.
there. No, I got so much to say about that. You know, we could leave that for another day if you want. But the Puerto Rico thing, it's sad, but
Very sad.
I think I'm seeing a change. It might be little,
Really?
it might be small. Lou, the problem in Puerto Rico is not the government. And I say that real sarcastic.
It's the run everything.
No. The problem is we're the ones that we put these governments in power.
No, you're right.
So if you know I'm a thief, and you know I'm a career thief, Lou,
Yeah, well,
you're gonna give me, Chris, here's the key to my house. You know, I'm gonna go away for a couple of weeks. You know, just here's the key to my house. You know I'm a career thief. I'm not your boy. I'm not your brother. I'm a career thief. You're gonna give me the keys, and that's what these what do you call a person that can't read or write?
Illiterate?
These illiterate voters, because that's what it is.
Hold on, before we go there, and I feel what you're saying, but what's happening there, Christo? These politicians are not stupid. They're they're gonna make the right people fat. They're gonna give them the money so they can get their voters. So let's say like if you're the head of a union and you got 3,000 people behind you, I'm gonna make you fat. We don't care about those guys there. So what's happening, and it's even happening over here, it's just greed. There's no integrity no more. People don't think about the other man. It's about me and the moment. So I wouldn't even go that far, because what happens is that a lot of people, they give their trust, and because they think people are really looking out for them, but they're not. They're only looking out for their best interest.
You're giving the illiterate a pass, the illiterate voter a pass. This is what I'm trying to say. I'm
Yeah,
not saying,
no,
I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, you're the head of the union. I'm a union worker. You stand up and you said, you got hit off. Lovely. So your job is to convince me to vote for this person that hit you off.
Exactly.
All right. My job is to see if that dude has nothing to do with you, if that dude is right for the country, is right for the quality of life of Puerto Rico. This is the problem. And what I'm saying, when I'm telling you that I'm seeing a little bit of a change in the history, you know what happened in Puerto Rico a few months ago? They made the governor resign.
Yo,
The people.
my man Ricky Martin.
There you go.
Yo, I was a fan of Menudo.
Really?
Vaya mi bicicleta. It was something like that.
It was the.
I had the button. I remember the song, but
It was. Montate mi moto. Yeah.
Johnny was my favorite.
Yo, that's every woman's favorite, man. Women love Johnny.
Say,
No, I'm not saying.
oh,
I'm just saying,
okay.
you know, just
Johnny was
funny
smooth.
fact. Funny fact.
Johnny used to have the wet hair.
Only one that's relevant right now.
No.
Johnny's in Univision or some
Are you
shit.
serious?
Yeah, and I hate. I'm sorry, my people. I'm sorry I say Univision. He's in Univision.
What's wrong with Univision?
No, there's nothing wrong. No, what's wrong with Univision? It's Univision. It's not Univision. You know how stupid I just sounded? You know that's one of the things that I hate when you do? And right now, it's contagious.
Univision? Let me write that down.
Yeah, no.
How
Write
much?
it down like you pronounce it. Don't write it down like
Univision!
So they actually made the governor resign.
Yeah, chased
brother.
them out. I'm happy for that.
You know, and I'm happy that I saw
What a dirtbag,
Ricky
though,
Martin.
You know what? Listen.
Listen, look.
No matter where you stand with gay rights and this and that, as an official, right, you got to represent yourself in a certain way. For him to be sending those messages
They
out,
were in a group
but
chat.
it's
It's like me,
it's
you,
careless.
and Willie.
But it's like Trump. Like today, Trump, they did the Intelligence Committee. They just made a draft of the impeachment,
Okay.
and now they're taking the steps. It's just like Trump when he says these outrageous things. You expect more from your executive branch. Your leaders, Chris.
No,
these are your fucking leaders.
I
I don't care how you feel.
So-
you don't fucking put it on the group chat.
100%.
Because you know who you are.
I agree with you.
know,
You
that's just-
100%.
That's just stupid.
But to me, I'm happy it happened because the young people went out
yes.
and demanded
Yes.
this, and they got it.
Yes.
This is what I'm talking about. This is the small change I'm seeing. So now,
But Chris, this is go back to what you said earlier about millennials. That's the one thing about millennials that we didn't have. They're more willing to go out
To
and
go out
fight,
there, yeah,
fight
fight,
for something.
yeah.
So yeah, they're on their fucking tablet, this and
Yeah,
that. But those fuckers will go out and fight because you know what? They don't want to work hard, so they're gonna go and complain.
exactly, and they'll, like you said, millennials, tablets, and they'll get their followers. They'll
Yeah,
retweet and tweet and all that shit.
Millennials, help us. Help these dinosaurs.
We don't have no millennials in our family.
Just my son, and I think he's only good for like, he got me 15 subscribers. He goes, Dad, it's hard work. Love you, Lou.
No, love you, Bob.
Gabby don't even want to mess with me. Gabby don't. She goes, now you're going to bring down my followers. Yo, funny story. So I'm out.
She has a YouTube channel.
I'm sorry, you finished? Did I cut you off? I apologize.
No. But
No, go ahead,
basically,
finish.
what I wanted to tell you is exactly that I see a little bit of change. It's still,
good.
we used to. My father voted Democrat, or my father voted Republican, so I'm gonna vote Republican. My kids have to vote Republican. No. Vote, and you don't have to. In Puerto Rico, the ballot, the worst thing you could do is put one cross and have everybody on that line, because that's what you do. It's called the.
So is it different over there, Chris? The ballot? Excuse me,
I
because
hate to-
I don't even know anything
I
about
voted in Puerto Rico. I've never voted here,
Really?
and I'm sorry,
Really?
people.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I don't.
Yeah, no, but it's
I don't condone not voting. People should go out and vote, especially minorities should go out and vote.
no, but it sounds like it because like over here you have it's separated. You have your Republicans, Democrats, then you have your independent, and then you have like another third party
Okay.
that could like fluctuate. It could go either way, and then it goes straight down. And what you just said is people just go straight down. They check the top.
See-
Anybody in that group without even knowing, but you go down.
That's how people get elected. That you don't even know the people.
No.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, but you don't
They
know
do.
that, you don't know this guy from a hole in the wall, and this guy just got elected, and then you say, how the fuck he got elected? And it's because, and the thing is, see, you're saying a lot of checks. In Puerto Rico, there's two ballots. One is called la papeleta íntegra, which is I think it's white, and then the other one is called papeleta mixta. So what you should do is vote on that papeleta mixta. Why? Because in la papeleta mixta, what you do is, I want this guy for governor, but I don't want everybody on his
Smart,
line. So
yeah.
that's the, you just said it. It's the smart vote. It's not the illiterate vote.
Mhm.
Don't be an illiterate. So what you do is, okay, you know what? I want this guy as governor, but I want this guy to be in the Senate. I want this guy to be in the House of Representatives, and I want this guy to be this and that.
And what Chris is touching on is key. I know that a lot of us were raised to be Democrats and vote Democrat. But if the candidate is not doing the right thing for you, you gotta go elsewhere. That's the only way you're gonna influence change.
Yes, you cannot vote because of what would you call that? When you said Democrat, Republican,
group.
you cannot vote
For a
as a
particular group.
particular group. Vote for a particular person, and like that, you won't be an illiterate voter. And in Puerto Rico, that's the problem. You have people that you would think there was this. If we go down the line of people of senators in Puerto Rico, that you say, how the fuck? Like right now, there's a guy all over the memes in Puerto Rico.
They're killing them.
He has a drinking problem. I don't know what happened. He went into a bar in San Juan, or he tried to get it. The bouncer pushed him, and he fell on his ass.
That might be my uncle.
This is a senator.
Might be my uncle.
His name is Georgie Navarro. I don't know if he's your uncle or not, but at the end of the day, it wouldn't surprise me. But they pushed him. That's not the first time.
Really?
He represents Puerto Rico.
He comes from money though, right?
I don't know if he comes from one or not. It doesn't matter, Louis.
No, I know.
So now he's all over, and I'll show you a couple of clips after we leave. But what I'm saying is that that's the problem. And a person like that, he's been in the fucking Senate for about 8 or 10 years already.
That's insane.
And it's because the illiterate voter just puts one X. And all those people in that line, they get that vote. Instead of taking the other
So
ballot.
really, so the most popular guy gets it for everybody if they vote that way.
That's exactly
That's
it.
insane.
That's
So
exactly
so everybody gets together and we're like, oh, we gotta get the guy that's gonna win.
No.
We put him on top and he goes straight up.
Basically, because the guy that leads the party, the guy that leads the party is normally the governor.
And in Puerto Rico, that's the highest it goes, right? It's just
Yeah, the governor's the highest thing it goes. So you got the governor, the secretary of state, security, treasurer, and all that bullshit. And you go down the line, and you got the senates and the House of Representatives.
What do you think? They want Ricky to run. What do you think? You think he'll run?
Who? Which Ricky?
No, Ricky Martin.
He's not gonna get into that, man. That's just. And honestly,
He's probably.
it's not a good. You have to see.
You gotta know something.
You gotta know. You have to have an idea of how and surround yourself with people that they fucking steal. They robbing us blind. We're in a debt, trillions and trillions of dollars in debt, when we don't not supposed to be in debt.
Chris, let me ask you. You don't think it'll help Puerto Rico that if Ricky goes to a conference and he sings "Living La Vida Loca," you don't think he'll get some money?
I don't know.
I'm fucking with you.
I know. But
No, but I'm glad that I am glad.
I'm sorry we went left with the.
No.
When
We
talk about-
are not a politics show, but once in a while Chris gets passionate, and I'm just gonna go wherever that leads us. But it is nice that millennials stood up and they recognized that this guy wasn't the right fit.
And
they
everybody in the chat, everybody in the chat, there was
They
a
wanna
couple,
guess?
there was other public officials, there were other public officials, and they all needed. It was him and the guy that was supposed to. You have basically.
Successor.
Yes, basically is right now we have Trump and Pence. Pence is the vice president. Pence was in that group, laughing out loud or part of that group. So Pence is out too. That's what happened in Puerto Rico. So who wound up being the
lady, right?
The lady, the secretary.
She didn't want it either.
No,
They
who the
forced
fuck
it on
was
her.
that? Yeah, Secretary of Justice was the next one in line. So
That means they bypassed a lot.
they
of people.
bypassed two people, I think,
Really?
because but not bypassed because it's
It's by default,
and
basically.
then they wanted to put somebody else in, and the Senate, because you have to after that the Senate has to vote to see if they accept it or whatever. It's some crazy shit. At the end of the day, I'm happy that they took a stand, and I really hope for the next elections that we get away from. It's like Einstein has a quote about something about being crazy is doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result.
Is that Einstein? I thought
Einstein.
I thought it was Steve Buscemi and fucking Con Air. Oh, you don't remember that
I
line?
love Buscemi.
Buscemi's the best. But he said, "What's the definition of crazy? Is to do the same thing over and over and expect change."
There you go. But that's Einstein. But you go to Buscemi because that's where your head is.
I love Steve Buscemi, bro. What can't buy?
But one of the best shows. You know that actually really existed.
Yeah.
Nothing Thompson.
He was a bootlegger.
Yeah, he had his hands in a lot of things.
Yeah, Atlantic City.
Yeah.
Chris, it's my life.
It's not about your life. It's not about your life. It's my life. You know,
Really?
No,
So you're into moonshine?
not moonshine. I'm into the underworld. I was into the underworld.
Yeah, they didn't even let you in at a poker game.
I do like. I'm
You
not
have no
saying-
respect.
That got me. No, they gave me that pissed me off. And he texted me afterwards. I said, no, I texted him. I said, don't you ever invite me to again.
Chris, is it okay if I get the guy on the phone?
No, because I'm not good with him like that.
Okay.
Don't.
Can we call Nelson? I want a poker story. I just wanna. You know what? I'm going through withdrawal, Chris. I haven't played poker in a while. Last time I played, it was at parks, and it wasn't an enjoyable experience. I think it's a grind the way I wanted to grind.
Lou, why don't we do something?
What's that?
Why don't we? Oh, Big E sent me a message. He goes about Pep. He goes, oh, by the way, I gotta show you. I want to show you my Insta story. The way I placed it, the little movie you made. I put it on my Instagram story.
Came out good?
It came out really good and.
Call Big E.
All right, hold up.
I hope he picks up.
I could FaceTime. I could.
No, just call him.
I don't know what voice call.
Oh no, if you could, if that's the only option, then do what you gotta do. That's fine. It's funny because I wanted to speak to Big E because his son played against Anthony Towns.
He just posted something.
But I couldn't make out his son's college. I didn't know because I thought his son went to a Nyack, but that's not Nyack's colors. Nyack's is white and purple.
I want to say somewhere in Niagara Falls, maybe Niagara Falls University or some shit. Am I sounding real ignorant right now?
Yeah, because that would make it a school up in Canada.
Well,
I don't think
it was
I think
upstate
in the state.
somewhere.
It was upstate. Yeah, I was just trying to figure out what was the school because they obviously have to be good if they're playing against Kentucky.
Oh, not really.
But you saw Anthony Towns, how big he was?
Yeah.
And Eric's son, EJ, is pretty big. He's about 6'6". Speak up, we can't hear you.
I didn't save his number though.
That's alright, no problem.
Fuck my life. Oh,
Speak.
but let me. It's gonna. Well, I'll show you later. But
Yeah, later.
but it's basically that's the story I was doing right there.
Yo, Chris.
Lou, you don't understand, Lou.
Yo, the streets are talking.
Hey.
Streets were talking. My man Pep was happy. Yo, Pep hit me up.
No.
Yo, Pep is my man, 50 grand.
Really?
You know what he told me? Yo, he said, you fat bastard, if I gotta go back to Sunset Park and get you on a trip.
Oh, he saw it.
He said, we gotta talk. Yo, I love Pep. And you know what? Who was it? Damien. Damien reminded me. Pep was tough love because Pep was a midget. And so he had to deal with all that bullshit his whole life.
Yeah.
So when he gave it to you, he gave it to you raw. But it was like, yo, what the fuck we gonna do? And I'm stuck. What the fuck we gonna do? It's all right, Pep. All right. So he's there talking to me, and I'm like, all right, Pep. I'm back in the gym. I'm back in the gym. Nah, nigga, that's not enough. He said, I'll meet you back up at Sunset Park. I said,
A lot of people, if you haven't gone and seen that episode, I highly suggest you go see it, especially if you're from Sunset. Great dude.
even if you're not from Sunset, he's a good dude.
Humble dude. We got a lot of good feedback. It was very good talking to him. It was very, I need to meet him actually. I want to meet.
No,
he
it's a
sounds
good again, yeah.
like a positive human being, and that's the people I mess with, Lou.
You're gonna be disappointed. He's not gonna call you champ in person.
I bet. You know how he called me? Because he.
Well,
Royalty! Recognize royalty! Holla at your boy, Pep!
Yo, Pep was a funny dude. Yo, Pep, back in the days, he used to rock a trench every day, a trench coat.
Oh my God,
Yo,
really?
it was like, Pep was like one of those dudes that got locked up and came out and still had the old gear from Dapper Dan's. Yo, what the fuck you rocking, dude?
You look like an actor from the Matrix and shit. What the fuck is going on?
He always had a trench coat. He's like, yo, look, it's alive. Yo, Pep was a wild boy.
Yo, very, very happy with the love we've gotten, Lou. Very, very, extremely happy with the.
But Chris, people are surprised though. I always thought. Anybody that knows me and Chris, I don't know what it is. It's magic. It's retarded. No, let me not say retarded. It's Chris, help me here. What am I looking for? It's unorthodox magic.
Special magic.
There we go. It's like when you're at the club and you leave your cup and
somebody sprinkles Bill Cosby.
Yeah, I just saw Hustler. Have you seen that with J-Lo?
No, I haven't seen it.
No.
No.
Oh my God, she's 50 years old. Unbelievable, Chris. Her body's unbelievable. No, I saw it with my wife. She says, okay, I can speak on it.
No, you can speak on it, but the way at the end of the day.
I was surprised. I was really.
I don't say this is J-Lo keeps herself in immaculate shape.
Immaculate. Yo, she is phenomenal. So, talking about spring. So,
hold up.
Spoiler alert.
Okay, do the thing, and then we're gonna go back. Funny story about J-Lo.
Okay.
But go ahead. No, don't worry about it. Listen, I'm locked in today. I'm locked in.
So the movie is pretty much about these girls,
the strippers,
that they were making a lot of money because the stock market was doing great. So you had all these hedge fund guys that would go and just make it rain, a lot of money based on the true story. So remember when Cardi B just got in trouble recently? Because not that she got in trouble, but it came out that she was putting stuff in guys' drinks to knock them out and then robbed them.
Really? I didn't read.
So that's based on some true shit that happened.
Okay.
It's just so happened Cardi B's in the movie. So J-Lo's character, she had a ring of girls, and what these girls would do is the market had dried up, right? That's when you had the big crash. So what they would do is they would get guys, and they would just put something in their drink, right? All the girls would meet up with him, and the guy's excited. He's like, oh, I'm gonna have a foursome. It's gonna get crazy.
Yeah.
They'll put something on his drink, and then they would carry these motherfuckers back to the strip club. They would meet them at a bar, carry them back to the strip club, take them to the private room. They already worked something out with the strip club. They were like, yo, whatever we charge, we're gonna get 60, you're gonna get 40. The club was like, all right, because they were starving too, because money wasn't being spent.
Money was tight.
So the girls, what they do, they'll get the guy in the back, and they'll, he's all fucked up. They kept him good enough so he could sign. And they would take the credit card, they'll go to the front, they'll ring it, 15. They'll max it out, $30,000, $50,000.
No.
Some of these guys had corporate cards, and they'll max it out $50,000. Then after that, boom, they'll throw the guy in the cab, and they're like, tell the cab where you live. And the guy goes, I remember one scene, the guy goes, I live in New York. She goes, you gotta be more specific. I said, oh shit. Yo, these girls were ruthless. And then they'll send the fucking guy off. And then, so what happened, I guess enough guys complained, it caught up to them, but they didn't do no real time. But they got paid. These girls were, at the height of it, Chris, these girls had guys buying them apartments in the city. They were living in Park Avenue, Lexington Avenue.
We're just talking about the New York hustle, low. It's
Yo.
a beautiful thing.
Yo, it was serious.
It's
And it
a
was an
beautiful
Asian girl.
thing.
It was an Asian girl, a Puerto Rican
Yeah,
girl.
the Asian girl. In the little previews I saw, they were trying to show the Asian girl how to
Yeah, how to
train.
freak
There
it,
was
yeah.
a training or whatever.
So J-Lo.
Yeah, but before we get all right. So J-Lo, funny story about J-Lo. Now,
Don't tell me you've seen her.
no, I never seen J-Lo.
Okay.
The closest I got was in Madame Tussauds. I grabbed the ass in Madame Tussauds.
The fan. Was it firm?
It was super firm. So, funny story about J-Lo. I'm in Bay Ridge, in Fort Hamilton High School, and we're working out, right?
This is the Get Money crew?
It wasn't the Get Money crew.
Okay.
I don't want to mention names.
Okay.
I could, but I don't
No,
know.
I got you.
So, basically, there's a dude that's always complaining about women and why women are like that and you can't trust no woman and this and that. So, if one thing has taught me in life, Lou, is that, we're equals, and how am I gonna say I don't want to be with a woman? It's your choice. But what if the woman says the same thing? I don't want to be with a woman that's been with 10 dudes. Pretty sure you've been with 3 times of that. Well, not you specifically.
No.
So,
Yeah, maybe you try to get this shot. We got to edit this up. I might come back one
no, I
line.
said it wasn't about you. So, get to the story. So the guy goes, like I said, he's always complaining and this and that, always talking about women, this and that. He's a nagger, and the thing is, a humble. I guess I don't want to sound like an idiot, but he is a humble dude. Let me just. So what happens? He comes and we were talking about J-Lo. I'm trying to figure out what was going on. That time it was last year somewhere, sometime. She was
in between relationships, no?
Something happened.
Okay.
And just the same comment you just made, a friend of ours made the same comment. Damn, J-Lo, at 48 or 49, she's banging.
She's amazing.
Amazing. The dude goes, you like that? She's sort of a puta. And I looked at him. I'm like, those are strong words, brother. Why is she a puta? Chris, not for nothing, but look at all the men she's with. So, me being the asshole that I am, and I understand my level of assholeness comes from a level of how true I am, the truth that I still.
Mm-hmm.
So I tell him, I said, I'm offended. He goes, what are you talking about? He goes, what are you talking about, Chris? You want another one?
No.
What are you talking about, Chris? I said, I'm offended because you just said that J-Lo's a puta because she's been with more than one man. So he goes, yeah. I said, brother, my mother been with more than one man. A friend of ours, his mother's been with more than one man. So you're calling, I don't know your mother, but is your mother still with your father? So he looked at me. No, that's not what I mean. I said, that's what you said. You said if a woman is with more than one, you gotta be careful. And how you gonna point a finger when, have you been with only one woman? That's what we gotta think about before we open our mouths in such a derogatory way. And the guy he didn't know what to fucking say, Lou, because I mentioned his mom quick. I gotta go.
Conversation's off. That's it.
No, because at the end of the day, but see, it's all the way. It's your delivery. Lou. I've learned a lot. These last 5, 6 years, I've learned a lot. It's not what you say, it's how you say it.
Yeah, absolutely.
So my delivery was, wait a minute, I was the victim. My mother's been with more than one man. Does that mean she's a puta? I'm offended.
You know, you sound like
Who?
Joe Pesci. What? Am I a clown? I make you mad?
I'm funny how?
Funny how? Tell me, Henry, how am I funny?
So
No, but it's true though. It's so true.
so he got me tight. So the thing is with
But
it,
Chris, I'm sorry, but that's the thing on J-Lo all the time. It's just, you know what it is. We're not programmed, or we're not accustomed to seeing a woman in power that knows what she wants. But look at the guys she's going with. They're all successful guys that have a lot of money.
exactly.
And what really made her stand out to me is that in between one of those relationships, she was with a guy that was a dancer back then.
Yeah.
But I guess she tried that. She goes, you know what? That's not for me. And then everybody else was of substance. They had things going on. They had a lot of money. So I mean, I don't knock her. I think, Chris, she looks fabulous.
I don't
looks great.
I don't knock her. It's just you said J-Lo and it reminded me of
Chris,
that story.
it's all natural.
No, I know it's all natural. It's
50 years old and it's all natural. And she was on that pole like she's been doing that forever.
awesome.
I was like, get the fuck. I said, J-Lo, respect me. Put some respect on that name.
Few months later.
Oh, the story continues.
Yeah, it's because of the same dude. A few months later, the dude is searching for love.
Oh.
So, if you're searching for love,
How old is he, if you don't mind me asking?
he's around 34, 35 years old.
Okay.
Searching for love. By the way, you want a wingman? This is your guy.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Great fucking wingman, man. This fucking guy, no shame in his game. If he's with 4 dudes, he's gonna
get the point.
he's gonna get. No, don't say puerta.
No, it's bad.
The movement. Don't say puerta. He's gonna get the grenade. You know, he's gonna fall the grenade.
He's gonna go with the glass eye.
So, he'll go in, and if he's with 3 dudes, he's gonna find the
That's
group
why
of
he's
3.
not finding love.
No, with 3 girls. Like I said, as a wingman, this guy is. I've never seen a wingman like that in my life. But a few months go by. Now the good dude's searching for love or whatever. I know.
I feel for him.
He needs to change his way of thinking.
Listen,
So
I got somebody for him.
Okay. That might be. Oh, no. It gets. You ever see that commercial with the pillow guy? Wait! It gets better!
I've been trying to find people. I've been trying to play matchmaker.
That's like the Deliver Us from Eva. You ever seen that movie?
Yeah. Oh, man. Well.
Yeah.
Then the guys were like, please help us. Please help us.
So, a few months later, he brings up again the same topic about, why so hard or whatever. I tell him, I said, brother, and I'm really stressing because I don't want to slip up his name. So I said, brother, you're gonna find what environment you're in. Because I don't think that the woman you want for yourself, the woman you're looking for, you're not hanging out in that environment. So what are your chances of finding that woman that you think is perfect for you when you're not in that environment? You can't be in the club scene and you want a virgin. It's not how it works.
Hey, let me help you guys. I'm sorry, Chris.
Go right ahead.
You guys, and I'm not going to say it's easy because it's not easy, but if you guys like to eat home-cooked meals, where do you think you're going to pick up a girl that could make home-cooked meals? In a fucking grocery store.
Yes.
Because she's shopping for food to cook. If you want to meet a girl that's well read, where you gonna find her? Barnes and Nobles, a library. You just gotta connect the dots. It's what you want from the woman,
Jules!
and then you go to that location.
Jules!
I've been blessed. I met my girl in high school, but I hear a lot of guys. I'm like, listen. And I'm sorry to say this, but with everything happening now, and you have so many different genders, it should be a little easier in terms of finding the woman that you want for you. You just got to find out what are your needs and try to connect the dots. And when you do that, it'll become a lot easier.
I'm happy you did that. Again, that's also good for the young people. You know, you can't you gotta know exactly where to look at. So once again, we're in the park again. He gets there late. He goes, yo, I just saw this beautiful girl, Chris. I'm like, really? Where? Fifth Avenue. Oh, okay. Nah, she was beautiful, Chris. She was dressed, and she didn't even walk like a puta.
She didn't walk like a puta. How does a puta walk?
That was my exact question,
How
Louis.
does a puta walk?
I said, how does a puta walk? So this nigga, you know what I mean? I said,
Twitching?
no, I don't know what you mean. The fuck does that mean? Are we serious right now? And that's why the dude, I'm like, you have to, you gotta be, that right. All this I find funny, and the conversations, I'm trying to help him.
He sounds interesting, this guy.
Very interesting.
I want to meet him.
I'm gonna set it up. I might bring him in just to, we don't have to let him know that the podcast is going.
This guy,
Oh my god! And then
he's on vacation still. You know that, right?
No.
Vacation.
Oh my god.
Vacation. And he's gonna pay. He's gonna take it out. He's wining, dining, eating steak. You know.
I have a problem with that, Louis. You better
considering last time we ate steak with him. You know, you had to pay him a little bit more.
Of course.
You had to.
No, yeah. Oof. We don't want to get into that. We don't want to get into that. But I hope he brings us something. But that's.
He told me he's gonna bring us pizza, deep dish pizza, because Chicago is known for that.
No.
I want
liquor.
You know, there's Puerto Ricans out there. There's a lot of Puerto Ricans out there. We could bring.
I want either a bottle or some cigars. Pizza is not gonna help me in my.
I want Capone's hat. The white hat.
Something like that. Give me something that the people can see. That you know what I'm saying? It's just not.
You've never been to Chicago, right?
Never been to Chicago. You have though, and you told me that. You actually told me when we spoke about Chicago years ago. You used to work with a delivering company. You told me that R. Kelly was a god in Chicago.
Beyond a god. I feel awkward talking about it.
He is.
But Chris, every social club we went to, it was, well, that's when the Chocolate Factory came out. So Step in the Name of Love, it was like, it was God. It was the Bible, it was the Holy Bible. And these people worship him. That's how I kind of figured. I said I could see why he didn't get in trouble, because people were willing to hide that because the music was so great.
That's horrible.
But I went out there at the height of that. Yeah. So, and did I tell you the Cabrini Project story?
No, you didn't. Cabrini Green?
No, Cabrini Projects.
Yeah.
Those are the biggest projects in Chicago. So
I played against the team from there.
All right, enough said. So I'm in the car with one black guy from Atlanta.
Okay.
A chubby Mexican from LA.
That's so far. The stereotypes is on point right now.
And
a fat Puerto Rican from New York.
No, I wasn't that chubby. I was in the back seat. So we're driving. We're gonna go see the Chicago Bulls play against somebody.
Okay.
This is Jordan era. The fucking was it Jordan era? No, Jordan. What's Jordan?
Jordan where was what 91, 93, 94, 96, or 97?
No, this is 2003, I think, 2002, 2003. So anyhow, we're driving, and it's crazy, Chris. Chicago is a beautiful city. It's just like New York, but it's a whole lot cleaner. So we're driving, and I don't know what happened, but Lamont, who's the guy from ATL, made a left instead of the right. Next thing you know, we're hugging the bank, and we're driving, and all we see is rows and rows of projects. Chris, I want to tell you, it was about maybe a 7-mile stretch of fucking projects.
No way.
And I always figure, I said, why so many people getting shot? It's because there's fucking nothing but project. It's just, Chris, it was so bad that the fat Mexican from LA goes, hey, why don't we just stop and ask for directions? This is way before GPS. I told him, I said, his name was Eric. I said, Eric, if you open the door, I'm going to punch you in the back of your fucking head. We'll fucking circle this. I told Lamar, so how much gas we got? We got 3/4 tank. So we're fine. Just keep on going. You don't fucking stop. So finally we got out the projects and we're circling back around. And then when we circled back around, we found the stadium. But Chris, Cabrini projects, nothing to be fucked with. Yo, it was like, we call it Baghdad. Damn. It was serious.
It was that crazy?
It was serious.
Shit.
Hey, with that being said, thank you for joining us for Breeze Shooters. And like me and Chris always say, please hit the button, subscribe to the show.
Right there.
Tell a friend. Chris, take us out.
Don't make me flex. Alright, this is very important too. Before you diagnose yourself with depression or low self-esteem, first make sure you're not, in fact, surrounded by assholes.
Oh, that's facts. Facts.
Boom! Breeze Shooters.
Yo, Chris, you're an asshole. Oh, God.